Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is day 4 of my Christmas series for 2023, and it's gonna be maybe a little complex but not much. To get started, I'm going to take the Starflurry, Dylusions Starflurry in the small, and the Fiery Sunset, and I'm just going to go like up in this corner, maybe a bit in the middles, those areas, because not much of this is going to be seen. So I'm going to do that really quick and be right back. Okay, and while I got the paints out, I'm going to move this aside because I have 2 of the Tim Holtz size number 8 tags, and on one side I'm going to cover it over with the desert sand, and on the other side I think I'm just going to take the snow flurries and go over the back of it. So let's do that, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now what I have is I had taken one of my 8.5 by 11 sheets of the Foundation's 80-pound cardstock, and I colored or painted it up with the desert sand, and then I cut it down to be 4 1/4 inches wide by 8 1/4 inches tall, both pieces. So what I need to do now is, we'll start with one at a time. And in order to do what I want to do, I'm going to put this all the way to the edge here. I am going to take from the Dylusions Starstruck, I stamped out and cut out 5 of this piece here. And I just need to put it up here. I'm doing a gingerbread house of sorts. So I only need 1 to go on where it needs to be though. I think right about there will be fine. I think. So what I'm going to do, move this aside. I'm going to draw that down, and I'll measure it off in case you guys need the exact measurements. And I'm just going to cut that piece off, but this is down, let me see, where am I? About 1.5 inches down on the right hand side up to the corner. So I'm going to cut that piece off. And to get that exact angle on this one, I'm just going to stack it up, pretty sides together. Make sure they're level. Draw it out. And then cut that piece off. Okay, move this guy over, or move my book back over. And now, this is what we're working with here. So, now there's a reason why I colored those in, but let me go ahead and start sticking some things down, or putting things on. I've got this so far. And then these I'm going to use as the icing on the top. And to get that angle that I'm wanting, I'm going to actually overlap it. There. And this one overlapping here. Take my pencil and mark it right here. Well, that's going to go over, because I'm just going to try to get that precise angle. I'm going to tape this piece onto here. So we'll set that aside. And work on these for just a second. And then what I have is I cut out, this is 2 inches by 3 inches because I wanted to make a little door. But then I figured I could use that exact same thing for the windows. So what I'm gonna do is make sure these are where they need to be. Right here probably, and that's why I went in and did that. So I'm gonna pretty much center it, or no, first I need to put this down here and see where that's gonna go. Right in the center there. It's easier to do it off of the book. And just kind of mark around it a bit. That way I have a good idea where it will go. Like that. Now let's see. This I want somewhere, I guess right there's pretty good. Gonna outline it. Come over to this side, kind of make it a bit even. And that looks about right. Set this aside because that's going to be my door. And then I'm going to take my finger blade and my cutting mat, and I'm going to cut out these 2 windows really quick. Only the windows. Now let's start decorating. From the Dylusions Tea Time Treats, these are the lollipop sticks, and my plan is to go down one side, each window here, and then I'm going to obviously have icing across the top here, like so. So I'll have to cut that down, and then let's do the same on this window. And let's see, what else do I have? From the, what are they called? From the Tea Time Treats as well, again, I guess, because I have these little pieces. I stamped out the little candy borders. So, let's see what we've got here. And cut them out. Okay. I kind of feel like, I don't know, maybe something like this. Maybe one of those in the middle. It's almost too short. I don't like that. Not a fan. Alright, so let's try the longer ones to see if I like those better. And that leaves these. I guess we could have one for the doorway. So let's put the doorway on. Right there. And then frosting at the top of it, of course. And then a doorknob. And do I want to do anything else to this? Oh, this is going to go across the bottom. Like so. And whatever spares there are. So let me see. That'll be like that, I guess, across the bottom. These can be, I have an idea. So these can be like little doorway hinges. And then I don't know what to do with those just yet. Then from the Dylusions Christmas borders, I have the Christmas light strand that I just stamped out the Christmas lights and cut out only the Christmas lights, because these look like little gumdrops or spice drops, whatever they're called. The tiny ones, at least. So I did some red and some green. And from the, what is it called? The Dylusions Tree Topper. These are the Christmas ornaments or Christmas lights, and they also look like larger of the spice drops or gumdrops, whatever they're called. They're a candy here. And so I thought maybe the bigger ones could go up here, because we're essentially just decorating a big old gingerbread house. It's hard to see the vision, but let me get some of these things stuck down, or sorry, let me color up some of the images. I'm not coloring these are going to stay white, but everything else is going to be like red and whites and greens, whatever. Color them up, get some of this stuck down so that way I can start sticking on the littler pieces. And I'll be right back. So, actually, before I can get anything else stuck down, I gotta figure out where I want this to go. I'm gonna bring over one of my tags, and I'm just going to stick it down in there like this. I do want some of it sticking up out, so it'll be easier to grab. And then hold it in place. I think it might have went sideways like that. Flip it over, mark around it, and then put tape all around the outside here. And I'm going to do the same thing to that side. Here I am using double-sided tape and the Dylusions craft glue. You don't have to use the double-sided tape, I just do it because I find that it gives me an extra sense of security. So I'm just going to peel it back, run glue over only where the tape is, and then stick it down, and then I'll repeat the process on the other side of the page. I'm making sure that I don't go over the bend in the page. Just going right up to it, but not over it. And then here I'm putting on the top icing, and I just held it up and then bent my book because that allowed me to get the angle that I needed for that cut. And I'm just going to, same process, take my double-sided tape and my glue to hold it down. And then I will trim off those edges there that are sticking over. Now I am going in and just adding my little bits and bobs to the sides. So whatever I do to the right hand side, I'm going to match to the left hand side when it comes to the windows and everything else, with the exception of the door. Just getting everything ready to stick down. there's really no wrong way to do it. You can do it any which way you want to as far as decorating if you so choose to make a page like this. Because it's kind of like you're just decorating your own gingerbread house. This, I just ended up having to fold the little trim piece in half, so that was nice. And I'm only putting double-sided tape on the two ends of it. That way it doesn't get stuck in my little window anywhere and my tag doesn't get stuck back there. And I'm going to repeat it on the other side. Alright. And for the door, because it does go over the center, I'm just splitting it down the middle. Anything that's going over the center, I split it down the middle. And that way it doesn't get piled up when my book is open and closed. So we should be just about finished with the bulk of the decorating. Alright. And then I believe, yep, I'm going to put the frosting at the bottom to make it look like little snow, piles of snow, I guess. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is just to give the illusion that it's a gingerbread house. Alright, and then I think lastly what I'll end up doing as far as the outer part of the page is I'm going to be sticking down the little gumdrops or Christmas lights, decorations, I'm not sure. Yep, I'm doing them red, green, just to add that little bit of extra something. And after I get everything stuck down, I do go in with my black Posca paint pen and I outline everything. And then I go in with my white Posca paint pen and do some doodling. Here I just had some extra of the little bulbs left over and decided I would decorate just the corner of the tags. I did change my mind. I didn't put the red ones on at all. I added some more of the little candy pieces from the Dylusions Tea Time Treats. I just thought it was a little bit too much and I figured less would be more in this situation. And that's about it. Put these few pieces on and that's that. And that is it, guys. That is my gingerbread house page. I have room to write on my tags, front and back, both of them. And they just tuck in there, and for the most part, at first glance, no one would even know that that's what it is. But hopefully there is something in this page that can give you some kind of inspiration for your journal pages. If you liked the video, please give it a like. I thank you so very much for watching. And until the next time, which is tomorrow, I hope you stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.